Hey everyone, and welcome back to Rainbow Tarot UK, to our lovely pick a card reading. And today's reading is how do they think of you? How are they thinking of you right now? So as usual, we've got our three piles. We've got pile number one, which is this card, which says create, and I think it's card number 16, with our silver, our little silver bead here. Pile number two, which says engage trust, and that is pile number one, card number one with our square bead. And then pile number three, which is card number 13, and that says trust your wisdom. Trust your wisdom. So there you go, and I've already shuffled one other oracle card, as you can see underneath. So as usual, just remember it's a timeless general reading. Take what resonates. It should be good for whenever you're finding it. Other than that, I'll see you in the reading. Bye for now. Hey pile number one, welcome back to your reading. So you chose to come into the reading under this beautiful card here, card number 16, and it says create. It's so gorgeous, isn't it? All these lovely wildflowers, and I don't know if you can see this little silhouette here. I don't know why, I'm just feeling like it reminds me of the Taj Mahal. So obviously the Taj Mahal is a beautiful structure or building in India, isn't it? That it's supposed to symbolise love. I mean, that's one of the symbolisms of it. I think it was built by the emperor at the time, wasn't it, in homage to his wife, who he loved very much. I think she might have died or something, from memory. I'm not an expert on Indian history, but I think that's kind of how it is. But it just reminds me of the Taj Mahal in the background. So maybe there's a lot of love in this situation. This person feels a lot of love in this situation, possibly. But anyway, let's see what this says. Turn over a new page. Oh, let love lead the way for change. So there you go. There's a little tear here. This person is crying here. So maybe there's some sadness for some of you in this situation, just for some of you. But definitely they want to create something new. They want to turn over a new leaf, to turn over a new page. They want love to be brought back into the situation. They want there to be change led by love, or led by a feeling of love. That's initially what I'm picking up. But anyway, let's see what one of these cards say. So, how does card number... If you feel like you want to... Oh, I just want to say thank you, actually, if you've subscribed, shared, liked. That means a huge... That just makes a huge difference to me and the channel, and then my ability to be able to do more reading. So thank you so much for that, if you've done that. Really appreciate it. And if you feel like you want to do that, if you like the reading, then please do. But anyway, how does pile number one's person, how are they thinking about pile number one? How are they thinking about pile number one? I feel like that one is there coming out. Value. It says value your relationship. So yeah, so maybe this person is currently wanting to value the situation. They want to turn over a new page. I feel like there's a very strong energy of wanting to start something with you, or begin something with you, either for the first time or again. So there could be some reconciliation for some of you in this pile, or certainly something where they want to create something. But I feel like for some of you there might be some sadness as well in this. You know what, as well, because this card here, I don't know why, I think it's because I made the link with the Taj Mahal. It's reminding me of that famous photograph that some of you might remember, and also some of you, I'm assuming most people be aware of the late Princess Diana. And it reminds me of that photograph, that famous photograph of her sitting in front of the Taj Mahal, this huge symbol of love on her own. And there was a lot of controversy around it when it came out, and I'm old enough to remember that, because obviously there was a lot of, like we all know from even if we don't know much about the British history, some of us might have watched The Crown and all the rest of it. We know obviously from we know now that that situation came to an end between her and Prince Charles, and there was a lot of controversy around her sitting in front of this symbol of love, but feeling very lonely and alone. And it just makes me think of that, really. I don't know why, because this figure is in front of the Taj Mahal alone, or what I see, I'm interpreting as the Taj Mahal on their own. In some way, and there's this tear. So there might be some loneliness, there might have been some unhappiness, some sadness. You might be in separation for some of you in this pile. I don't know, we'll have to bring out the tarot cards. and I'm not a huge, royalist in terms of the British royal family. I don't have, I'm not hugely a royalist in my way of thinking, but that just kind of that story, that whole idea just came to me. I don't know why, but anyway, let's see. How does pile number one's person think? How are they thinking currently of pile number one? What are their thoughts? Queen of Wands, okay. What are their thoughts? How do they think of pile number one currently? Temperance, Hanged Man, okay. How are they thinking about pile number one right now? How is pile number one's person thinking about pile number one right now? How do they think about pile number one? The Queen of Swords, Knight of Wands. Okay, so the overriding energy is the Knight of Wands, which makes me feel that they have a lot of passion and attraction towards you. There's definitely a strong chemistry that they are definitely feeling. So if you're not in a relationship with this person, so if this whole idea of being in separation doesn't apply to you, I feel like this person definitely has a strong spark. And it might even, it does still apply if you are in separation. There is that strong spark and attraction, but I just feel like with the Knight of Wands, it also feels like it might have a newness to it. So maybe it's a renewal or a reconciliation or a new thing sparking up, because their overriding energy is just, is that they are very energetic and passionate and wanting to move towards you quickly. Knight of Wands is one of the fastest moving knights in the deck. To create something with you, to turn over a new leaf, if it's a reconciliation, to start a new page with you, and they want to value the situation if they didn't do it before. Now it might be with the Hanged Man that this is a separation issue, that some of you are in separation, or it's a state of suspension or limbo. So maybe it's on pause or something like that in this situation, where you need to gain a new perspective, and that might be why it says turn over a new page, because a new perspective is needed in this situation. I think with the Queen of Wands coming out first in terms of how do they think of you, they see you as a very attractive. Again, I think both of you in this connection are extremely charismatic, got a lot of personality, a lot of drive. The Queen of Wands is very, very driven. She gets exactly what she wants. So I think they see you as very powerful, extremely magnetic. I think really magnetic, and that's why we've got the Knight of Wands here, because I think there's a strong sort of magnetism, attraction and chemistry that is there between the two of you. Certainly, and they see you in that way. I think that what they're wanting is balance. So maybe if you've been knocked out of balance, if there's been some sort of separation, and certainly healing as well with the Temperance card here. So I think like they want balance, they want healing. Maybe there was some differences between you, because we've got two queens here, and queens generally talk about more mature energies, whereas the Knight of Wands, which is their overall energy, is a younger energy and more kind of less kind of emotionally aware, less emotionally in touch. The Knight of Wands can be a little bit of a selfish energy, so this person might have been or behaved quite selfishly in this situation, or they might be behaving quite selfishly in this situation, or certainly just out for, or behaved in ways which kind of indicate that they're kind of out for what they can get. That might be why as well we have the Queen of Swords here. So you might have been in a situation with them where they have a lot of strong sexual energy and attraction towards you, but not much depth, and that might be why we have the value your relationship. So maybe they didn't value the situation before, but they're wanting to do that now because they wanted to turn over a new leaf. Now the Queen of Swords is somebody who's closed her heart off, so that ends the reading. So it begins with when we're asking how do they think of you with the Queen of Wands, which is this incredibly attractive, magnetic, confident person, which is how they see you. But it ends with the Queen of Swords, which is somebody who is who values truth. And I think maybe, if they've behaved in ways that hasn't been quite right, you are sort of, maybe you've put up the boundaries and said, no, thank you. This is what I expect, this is what I want, these are my terms, and you know, maybe they haven't been able to match that, or they weren't able to match that, but now they see that they can't really do that with you, because you are very honest, you are very true. The Queen of Swords protects her heart, so you might have a barrier up, a shield to them at the moment, and this situation might be in separation or in this suspension, and there needs to be a new perspective. But with the Knight of Wands being the overriding energy, I'm just letting you know that there's still, you know, let's see what the other cards say here. It might just show that they're very attracted to you still, there's a lot of passion for you. But let's kind of wait and see, because the Knight of Wands is probably the least reliable energy out of all of the knights, but there's a lot of, you know, charisma to them. They are very you know, they're sort of cock of the walk, really. I mean, they're very confident in themselves. So let's just see. But anyway, in terms of astrological signs here, the Queen of Wands, well, that could be any of the fire signs of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I mean, Temperance is Sagittarius energy. Hanged Man is Pisces energy. Queen of Swords could be Libra, Aquarius, or is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, because that's the air signs. And then again, Knight of Wands again is fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So there's quite a lot of fire in this reading, fire and some water here, a little bit there. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. We've got a message here for pile number one, the person. Let's see, so how does pile number one's person think of pile number one? Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So yeah, so maybe it was all attraction and lust before, or that's kind of what it was before, and now they're wanting a bit more, they're wanting to show more romantic feelings. But the Knight of Wands isn't somebody who generally necessarily shows their romantic feelings. They show their attraction, they show their lust, they show the chemistry. But anyway, this one is saying your feelings are real or worth exploring. So maybe there's some feelings, maybe there's some catching on in this state, in this limbo state. They're catching on to some feelings. What else do we have for pile number one in their person? Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So maybe they're feeling that, because I don't think that's what it feels from their point of view, because they've got the Knight of Wands here, that was their overriding energy. So maybe they're thinking that you do not, with the Queen of Swords here and the Hangman, that you're no longer interested in them. That might be what's going on here, and that they want you to value the relationship, they want you to get back into it. And maybe they are still crushing over you, or they're still thinking of you, but they're seeing that you've blocked off from them. You are blocked from them in some way. But let's put that there. Anyway, let's see what else we've got here. Let's go for this. That is pile number one. Thinking. How do they think? How does pile number one's person think of pile number one? How are they currently thinking of pile number one? Knight of Swords. Again, a very quick energy there. How is pile number one's person thinking of pile number one? Knight of Pentacles. A lot of knights here. It might be that they're thinking there's a lot of competition. They've got a lot of competition. How is pile number one's person thinking of pile number one? The Lovers. And this one, which is the Seven of Cups. Okay. Yeah. And the overriding energy is the King of Swords. I feel like they are, a bit like what I was saying, unrequited love. I think that you might be in separation from this person. Now they're thinking you've got a lot of options and choices here, because underneath the Queen of Swords, which is you being quite closed off, or they're feeling that you are maybe quite closed off from this connection, or shut down from this connection. We have the Seven of Cups, which is all about, you know, options and choices and dreaming and yeah, just creativity, really. So maybe with the Create card here, maybe they are, maybe on one level they're wanting you to be more open to your emotions, because we have the Seven of Cups, or they're wanting you to be more open to the possibilities of them and you coming back together again, because this is all about dreaming, fantasizing, creating you know, castles in the sky almost, creating dreams. So maybe they're thinking they're dreaming and they're wanting you to be more or less, less closed and more open to the situation. Because we have the Lovers card here right under the Hanged Man. Maybe for some of you there was a sort of choice in this situation. That might be why we have the two Queens here. So maybe in this situation this person made a choice in love between two people here. That might be because the Lovers is always about a choice as well. But I do feel like in this period of separation they are seeing this connection as a major, because it's come up in this, how they view you. That maybe they made a mistake. And maybe they're thinking they made a mistake if it was a choice situation, but you've maybe closed off your feelings, and maybe they're thinking they want to come back to you, but maybe they made a choice and it was the wrong choice and they didn't value the situation. But they definitely are thinking that they value it now, because the Lovers is a very significant, it's like twin flame, soulmate type energy. And this period of being on their own, seeing things from a different perspective or seeing things in a new way, they are seeing the value of this connection. But they're thinking maybe with the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles here that you've got other options, you've got other choices. You might even be with somebody else. You might actually be asking about somebody, an ex or something, where you've already, you know, you're already established with somebody else, but you're just wondering, you know, how do they think of you? Because we've got the Knight of Swords and we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and this is like 3 knights. So I'm just feeling like they're thinking that you've got a lot of attention. And the overriding energy is the King of Swords. My sense is that the overriding energy was the Knight of Wands, which is a passionate new beginning, coming towards you passionately. But with the King of Swords underneath it, I think they want to underpin that with truth, with honesty. Again, and it goes with the value, turning over a new page, having something truthful, honest with you, something whereby it can be, where they can be more reliable, more dependable. And also we've got the Queen of Swords, we've got the King of Swords. So in many ways they probably see you as a little, you know, like their counterpart, like this Lovers card here, their sort of other person, their kind of soulmate really. But there is, you know, with the 2 swords here, the 2 King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, so maybe there is this kind of need to, yeah, to be really truthful and honest and direct going forward in this situation. That is the way that healing will happen. Maybe there's been some, you know, some deceit in the past, or some misunderstandings, or, you know, where things weren't honest. And it's really important now for you to have a plan of action going forward that is based on truth and honesty, really. And the Knight of Pentacles, I think, shows them. I think we've got the Knight of Swords, which is very speedy energy, and then we've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is a much slower energy. So I am feeling that their instinct is to come towards you very, very quickly, because we've got the Knight of Swords and we've got the Knight of Wands, and they're both 2 very fast knights, because they feel such a strong attraction to you, because they want to start this situation up or start it up again. But to have balance and for it to be harmonious and for things to go in the way that they want it to go, they know they've got to build it up slowly. With the Knight of Pentacles here, they know they've got to build it up slowly. It's got to be tangible in some way. It's got to be concrete. It can't be just based on you know, instant gratification. There's got to be a slow build up. There's got to be commitment, really. I think that's what they're feeling now. There's got to be commitment, and they're kind of hoping and wishing and dreaming that you will want that too. And the Queen of Swords here, you know, that's kind of what I'm feeling with the 7 of Cups here, because that's all about daydreaming. There's a lot of daydreaming about you, but they know that they have to match you by being the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So they have to match you in your truth, your honesty, your authenticity. They know that they have to be better than the Knight of Wands, who is not as you know, who's a lot more self-centered, really. Anyway, let's see what else we've got. I might have one more message card. In terms of astrological signs, I mean, the Knight of Swords could be Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Knight of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. The Lovers is Gemini, and the 7 of Cups is Scorpio energy. And obviously the King of Swords could again be Libra, Aquarius or Gemini. Let's have one more message for pile number 1 and their person. One more. How does pile number 1 think about, how does pile number 1's person think about pile number 1? How does pile number 1's person? I feel like that one is wanting to come out, or two of them there. I didn't want two, but I got two. So I got this one, which is, soulmate. So that's interesting, isn't it? Your soulmate, because we've got the Lovers card here, your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So maybe you've been both of you have been dreaming, maybe connecting with each other on the dreams, on a kind of 5D really in some way, because it says here, believe this and they will manifest physically. So in your, there's been a lot of spiritual connection, psychic links between the two of you, and that they see you as their soulmate. And then we've got this one which says reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Yeah, so maybe there still needs to be a little bit of space here to work things out. That might be why we have the Hanged Man, the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords. There needs to be a bit of reflection, thinking, because Swords is all about thinking, to work things out, and then to have some faith and some trust that it will work out for the best for you both. But anyway, pile number 1, that's been your reading. I hope you've liked it. Please do hit the subscribe and the notification bell. Other than that, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 2, and welcome back to your reading. So you chose to come into this pick a card reading on how do they think of you now, how are they currently thinking of you, with this card of number 1, beautiful card, and it says engage, trust. Such a lovely image there, isn't it, of that beautiful butterfly there. So maybe there's something about transforming as well, needing to trust so that transformation can take place or change can take place. But anyway, let's see. I'm going to put that there. You also came into this, as well. It says way of faith. Let faith be your guide. So there's a lot of emphasis on trusting, having faith. So that's how they're thinking. They're wanting you to trust, have faith in some ways. A lot of calming colours as well. A lot of blues, a lot of purples. Maybe there needs to seem some peace in the situation or some calm in the situation. Or maybe they're wanting some peace or some calm or some, it's reminding me of the kind of crown chakra, the third eye chakra, the throat chakra as well. So maybe there needs to be some communication as well, or some clear, honest, true communication. Or some trust, definitely some trust and some faith. But anyway, let's see what the cards say. We've got our little silver button there. I might have a message card. Let's see what message card we've got here. How does Parliament... So just want to say thanks to everyone who subscribed, shared, liked. Really appreciate it. If you feel like you want to subscribe and hit the notification bell, that would be fantastic if you feel inclined. But just a massive thanks to all of my support from either people that have followed the channel for a long time, watched my videos, always leave lovely comments. I really want to say a special thank you to you guys, and anyone new, welcome to tuning in to Rainbow Tarot UK. Remember, it's a timeless reading. It's good for whenever you're finding it, and also it's general reading, so just take what resonates, and if messages don't resonate, they might be for somebody else. It's often a lot of people watch the readings, so not every message is necessarily going to resonate. But anyway, how does pile number 2's person think of pile number 2? Let's see what this one says. Arrival. Love may be just around the corner. Oh gosh, so maybe with the have faith, engage, trust, I don't know why I'm putting it there. Maybe for some of you, this is you about you needing to trust in maybe in new love or renewed love, and that's how they're thinking. They're wanting you to trust in this situation in some way. Because it says here, arrival, love is just around the corner. Let faith be your guide. Trust in something either new or maybe renewed. Who knows? Let's see. Let's have one more message here. I feel like this little space here. I feel like we need one more to go here. So let's see. How does pile number 2's person? How is pile number 2's person thinking of pile number 2? How is pile number 2's person thinking of pile number 2? Oh, I've got 2 here. So I've got one here that says power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. So maybe you're being, maybe there's somebody that wants to come in, or you're already aware that somebody wants to come in, or somebody's around you trying to connect with you, and it's asking you to maybe here to listen to your intuition here, because it says you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. Okay, so it's up to you. All right, but your person is wanting you to have faith. They're wanting you to trust in this situation. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Okay, so there's something about, you know, even if we're going through difficult times, it's about an opportunity, that it's always an opportunity for learning and growth. So maybe in this situation there's some turmoil, but there's a blessing to be found somewhere within that. That's what this card is about. You know, even though it might be, you know, difficult, there's always a higher purpose to whatever thing, you know, whatever we're going through in life. So that might be a message for some of you. Anyway, let's see, how does pile number 2's person, how is pile number 2's person thinking of pile number 2? How do they think of pile number 2? 2 of Wands. Okay. King of Wands. How is pile number 2's person thinking of pile number 2? 7 of Cups. Now the 7 of Cups did come out in pile number 1. So you might want to, if you feel drawn to pile number 1, you might want to go to pile number 1. How is pile number 2's person thinking of pile number 2? What is this person thinking of pile number 2? Ace of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Right. Okay, so I definitely feel, yeah, that this person is wanting to rush into this situation with the Knight of Swords here, because the Knight of Swords is quick moving energy, bold action, really. So I feel that they want to take some bold steps towards this situation. I feel like if it's a crush situation, they want to make a move, they want to approach the situation, they want to go in there. Like if it's a crush or an attraction situation, they want you to have faith, they want you to have trust. But yeah, so they're seeing, I think with the 7 of Cups here as well, I think they're seeing you in a very kind of dreamy way. Yeah, because the 7 of Cups is all about dreaming, it's about fantasizing. You may be connecting in many ways on the sort of dream, in this kind of dream world really, or in this sort of psychic way. But certainly they're seeing you as a very, I feel as well like they're seeing you as somebody who's got a lot to offer. That's what I'm picking up with this card. You have a lot of, maybe you have a lot of different, maybe for some of you, you have a lot of different faces or a lot of different sides to your personality or a lot of different aspects to you that they find quite alluring or quite sort of tempting in some way, because I feel like there's a lot of different things in these cups and they see you in that way. Now with the King of Wands, they have got a strong attraction to you. They see you as very confident, they see you as very attractive, they see you as very charismatic, they see you as, there's a lot of chemistry. I feel like this person has a lot of chemistry with you. They also see you, I think, as mature and wise, not necessarily mature and wise in your years, although you might be, but you have a mature and wise way about you. Now with the 2 of Wands here, they may be thinking that there's a little bit of, so if some of you are in separation from this person, which you might be, because the 2 of Wands is a little bit of weighing up, a little bit of assessing. So they might be that you're in separation and they're weighing and assessing things, or there's a little bit of choices to be made here. But they want to rush back, they want to come towards you certainly. Or if it's a situation that hasn't got off the ground yet, my sense is there's still kind of what, you know, they're still in this, or the situation is still in this kind of like, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, sort of feeling. But I feel like it's just on the cusp maybe of this situation coming to fruition here. But the Knight of Swords is definitely somebody who wants to rush in, so I don't think this waiting card is going to be for much longer. Yeah, so there's a lot of passion. and a lot of attraction, a lot of dreaming and a lot of fantasizing. The Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning, a tangible new beginning, a solid new beginning, a kind of like the seed of something. So I feel for a lot of people in this path, this might be about a situation of somebody that you haven't actually been in a situation with or a relationship with, or it hasn't got off the ground properly, because this is like the seed of something, a new beginning, a new start. And it's a tangible new start. It's kind of like a committed new start. In terms of astrological signs, what I'm seeing here is with the Two of Wands, that is Aries energy. King of Wands could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Knight of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Seven of Cups is Scorpio energy. And Ace of Pentacles, I'm feeling Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo. So those are just some of the astrological signs here that I am seeing for you. But let's see what else we've got here. How else? So I feel that they're definitely... I feel like they really want to come in and be with you. They want you, and they want you to trust the situation. They want you to accept them. I feel like they want you to know that they see you in this kind of very sort of dreamy way. I feel like they think you've got a lot of power over them, because clearly this person has kind of got them in their grasp, haven't they? I feel like they feel like you've got a lot of power. And that you're almost sort of mesmerising them in some way. There's sort of like a mesmerising feel to that card. How is pile number two's person thinking about pile number two? Oh, that one's flown out. So we have the, what is that? Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles here. So yeah, there's a kind of like a little bit of a stuckness in the situation at the moment. So maybe for some of you, is a situation that hasn't come quite yet into being, and there's a sort of like a bit of a stalling here. Maybe they're not sure how that might be where we have the way of faith, let faith be your guide, engage in trust. But maybe you're stalling the situation, or they're not sure about how you're going to respond to it. How does pile number two's person think of pile number two? No. How does... Also, both these characters are looking that way, which generally means to the past. So for some of you, this might be an old situation, a past situation, a reconciliation situation. And they're looking back on you. They're looking back to the past fondly, and they're wanting something. They're wanting they're wanting the situation back again in some way. That might be just for some of you. Knight of Wands. Okay, so there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of passion, electricity, magnetism in how this person is feeling towards you. I'm thinking Four of Wands. Okay, definitely Four of Wands. And how is pile number two's person thinking? How are they currently thinking about pile number two? And we have the Three of Pentacles, right? And underneath the deck we have the Star. Oh my goodness, 100% this person. I feel like this person really, really thinks very highly of you, very, very, very highly of you, and really wants to be in a situation with you. If you're not in a situation with them, they definitely want to be in a situation. There is a bit of stalling here with the Four of Pentacles here and the Two of Wands, sort of like maybe a little bit of unnecessary waiting, or a little bit of careful energy. I think with the Four of Pentacles, it's like a holding on energy, so they're a little bit careful. I think their instinct is to be the Knight of Swords, which is to rush in, but they're being very careful in some way, or they're feeling like they need to be careful and measured and weigh things up properly. But they definitely, with the Knight of Wands, underneath the King of Wands, so you've got the King of Wands and you've got the Knight of Wands, which is like, you know, this person has, you know, I feel like this person is very charismatic, and they think you're very charismatic, and there's a lot of matched energy, I think, between you. There's a lot of vibrancy, there's a lot of sexual chemistry, a lot of sexual, there might be a lot of sexual tension if you haven't quite got off the ground with this person. That's sort of just that kind of like, you know, there might be a lot of butterflies going on in this situation where you really like each other. The Four of Wands, what did I say about dreaming, fantasizing? The Four of Wands is this kind of like soulmate, twin flame energy, and it's also a card of celebration. So I'm feeling like they want this kind of celebration with you. They feel like they're thinking that being with you would be this kind of celebration. It can also sometimes mean, you know, the Four of Wands is often traditionally like the marriage card. So again, it kind of goes with this sort of Ace of Pentacles, where we've got the seed of commitment here. And the seed and the Ace of Pentacles comes right under the Three of Pentacles, which is about collaboration, which is about working with you. You know, this might be a work crush or a work connection where you have feelings for this person. You're wondering how they feel about you. I definitely, you know, they're definitely feeling you. They're definitely feeling you for certain, and certainly very, very attracted to you. But that might be why we have the stalling here. Because there's a sort of maybe something around thinking, oh, you know, can I approach this person? Is it appropriate for me to approach this person? Is it the right environment for me to let my feelings out? There's a bit of a holding on to the kind of status quo here in some way with the Four of Pentacles here. But the overriding energy is the Star. I mean, they are absolutely, you know, they see you in a very beautiful way. They see you in a healing way. They see you in a magical way, actually, with the Seven of Cups and the Star. I mean, I can't help feeling it. They are, you know, they are wishing, dreaming, hoping, praying on the Star that you like them back. That is what I'm thinking. You might be somebody who they can access on social media, who they can see. You might be quite well known with the Star card here. Somebody who's really well known, who's popular. Somebody who's very kind of popular. And they see you in a very kind of popular way, or they see that you are popular. But for me, if it's a reconciliation situation, they definitely want to come back. They definitely want to renew it. They want there to be trust and faith in this situation. And also, I'm just noticing, you know, this is the Dove of Peace. So maybe if it is, maybe if it's a situation that's been in separation, they want to, you know, they want that peace to come back, and that would go with these two cards because they're very calming and peaceful. I feel like they want to. You know, they want to hand the, you know, the kind of like the olive branch almost to get things back on track if you've been in separation from this person. Now, in terms of astrological signs, well, the Star is Aquarius, Three of Pentacles, that is Capricorn energy, Four of Wands, that is Aries energy, Knight of Wands could be, again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Four of Pentacles, that is, again, Capricorn energy. So those are just some of the astrological signs, but let's have some messages just to see where we're at here. Another message card. Let's have one more message card for pile number 2 and their person. They definitely want, they want to come, you know, they want a truthful new beginning. They want it, ideally they want to take bold action, but I think they're stalling a bit because they're not sure. They're not sure maybe how you'll respond. They're not sure if you like them back. And that might be that they need to engage trust. They need to have faith. Or maybe you need to just give them a little sign that you like them if this is somebody that you're crushing over in some way. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Now that would go with the fact if they think you're not sure about them, or you maybe don't see them in that way, or they're worried that you don't see them in that way, and they're wanting you to keep an open mind. And it goes with the engage trust, have faith, keep an open mind. So maybe, you know, or maybe they with, you know, maybe they if this is a renewal, they didn't really behave right before, or they didn't really behave in a way before which did, you know, make you feel like you could trust them. And maybe they're saying just keep an open mind because actually, you know, with the Four of Wands here, you know, I could be your soulmate, I could be your twin flame here, and they want you to kind of, you know, to just be open to that. They want to work with you, they want to collaborate with you, they want to start this tangible new beginning with you. Okay, so what else do we have for part number 2 and their person? I feel like this one wants to come out, and that one as well, so we seem to have 2. So what have we got here? So we've got this one which says embrace. Through each other you find the missing pieces. Well, that would go with the whole soulmate, twin flame, you know, being one soul in 2 bodies, that whole kind of connection there, karmic sort of connection. And then this one is surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So again, maybe this is about you, maybe, you know, they can see that you have maybe been hurt in love before, or something's happened in love before. It's difficult for you to trust. It's difficult for you to have faith. It's difficult for you to let your guard down. Maybe it's difficult to have faith and trust and let your guard down with them. But what this card is saying is, you know, surrender. those old beliefs, those old limiting, outdated views and ideas about, you know, how you can be in love, about your love life, and open up to something new, something wonderful. And I feel like this person does want to offer you something new and wonderful, something both passionate and kind of electric in terms of the kind of attraction between you, but also, you know, the Four of Wands here, the Star, I think they see you in a very, very, very dreamy, loving way, and they want to be able to you know, they want to be able to come forward and offer you that. Okay, pile number 2, that's been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. But other than that, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, and welcome back to your reading. So, welcome to our pick a card reading of how do they think of you now. So you decided to come into this. Oh, and I've forgotten to put your this little thing here with it as well. So you decided to come into the reading on card number 13, which says trust your wisdom. Beautiful little image of an owl there. Lovely. And also, like I said, this little silver bead. And you've got this other oracle card, and it says silence in the mind. Silence in the mind. Let silence guide you to your inner peace. And maybe somebody's just thinking and thinking and thinking in this connection. Or maybe there's been a lot of racing thoughts. And with the owl here, there's a need to just, you know, to just go a little bit inward, be a bit reflective, to try and silence the mind, try and calm the mind, just try and breathe, meditate. If you meditate, you know, if you have a meditation practice, there's something here about maybe just, you know, trusting as well your own inner guidance, your own wisdom. And often we have a much better chance of being able to do that when we have a silent mind, when we have a sort of like a regular reflective practice that allows us to quiet our mind, because then we can really hear, you know, our intuition. We can really pick up on those kind of intuitive hits. So there might be something like that going on here, or a need for that, to be able to trust your own inner voice, your own inner wisdom, your own inner sort of intuition, and to quiet your mind, to stop your thoughts racing. So your person might be feeling that or needing that space, or they may be thinking that you're needing that space or needing to do that, and to trust your own guidance here. But anyway, let's have one other message about, you know, how is pile number 3's person? How do they think? Maybe they're seeing you as very wise, very peaceful, very intuitive. Somebody who knows their own mind because they are able to control their thoughts. So somebody who's very, just very wise, just very capable. Something like that. Somebody who has a very good focus, because, you know, owls hunt, don't they? They can see in the dark, they can hunt their prey. So somebody who's just got a really sharp focus, a sharp mind. I'm getting the impression that they see you've got a sharp mind, and somebody who's very intuitive as well. Oh, heal. We've got 2 that's dropped out there. How are they thinking now of part number 2? We've got heal, revitalise your heart. So maybe with all of this, trust your wisdom, silence your mind, maybe you might be in separation possibly, and there's a need for healing in this situation for you or for them, or they're feeling like you need some healing time, they need some healing time. Also, we have chemistry, embrace a mutual attraction. So maybe there's, you know, there is chemistry, there's clearly chemistry in this situation, there's an attraction going in this situation, but there's something about needing to heal it, and also just going inward and having a bit of a reflective time and trusting yourself, or trusting your own intuition here. But anyway, let's see, how is pile number 3's person? How do they think of pile number 3? Please, can you tell me, how do they think of pile number 3? So I've got 2 here, I've got 9 of Pentacles, and Page of Swords. How are they thinking of pile number 3? We've got the Star. How are they thinking of pile number 3? The Hermit. Okay, and then the overriding energy is the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands, I'm pretty certain, has it come up in all of the readings? Oh, I might be wrong about that. But anyway, I just wanted to say, whether the Three of Wands came up. I'm just trying to think, actually, sorry. I'm just trying to think, has it come up in all of the other two readings? But anyway, if you feel drawn to any of the other readings, I definitely came up in pile number 1, but I'm just not certain about pile number 2. But anyway, what I would say here is that for some of you, I'm feeling like this might be you're asking about somebody where you're in separation from them. You might have been in separation from them for quite a long time, because the Nine of Pentacles here is an independent energy. So how they're thinking of you is an independent energy. So, I mean, the Nine of Pentacles shows this woman. She is, or this, shows a woman, doesn't have to be a woman, but somebody who is, enjoying the fruits of their own labour. They're very settled in their life, certainly in a material way, in a practical way. They are, care a lot about how they look, care a lot about their their comfort. They are obviously in this garden. They are very, they're very kind of loving, they're very nurturing, they're very stable, they're very solid, but they're usually alone. They're usually an energy that is alone and independent. So maybe if you've been in separation from this person, or if you are in separation from this person, they're seeing you as somebody who is settled, who is comfortable in being alone, comfortable in their own skin, having, is completely able to take care of themselves, completely okay about being on their own, really. And that's how they're seeing you. Now, with the Page of Swords, I feel like there's still a lot of curiosity for you. Or if you haven't been in a situation with this person, they're certainly very curious about you. This person is very curious about you. They might even be looking at you. They might even be checking you out still, looking at you on social media if you're accessible through social media. They may even, want to message you or be trying to message you in some way, or maybe a message is going to come out of the blue here. With the Heal card, I can't help feeling that maybe there's been, that you might be in separation from this person. There's been some time to heal, because we've got this trust your wisdom. There's a lot of going inward energy here, healing, trusting your wisdom. We've got the Hermit energy here as well, which is again about being on your own, being very independent, going inward, looking and searching for a better way, a better way of moving forward in life, but needing to kind of separate in order to do that, needing to be on your own to do that, to find your own sort of inner truth. So I feel like there's quite a few cards here about being kind of in separation from this person, about being independent from this person, and maybe for quite a long time. So you might be inquiring about somebody you've been in separation from for quite a long time. There might not even be any contact with the Page of Swords here, because that does talk a little bit about, sort of like a spying energy, really, just sort of somebody trying to check you out. But also maybe wanting to message, wanting to connect, wanting to communicate. With the Star card here, I just feel like they are seeing you, and again it goes with the healing, because the Star is about healing. So maybe if you are not with this person, this is a period of you needing to heal, needing to recover, needing to just trusting your wisdom, going inward. I feel like there's a lot of energy in these cards, and how your person sees you as somebody needing to heal, to be on their own, to gain their independence, to search for their truth, but somebody who is maybe accessible to this person with the Page of Swords and the Star card. So maybe you've got quite a big presence on social media, or they can access you in some way because they can watch you, they can see you, maybe they can see you, but maybe you can't see them, but they can definitely see you. Now the overriding energy is the Three of Wands, which is a card of waiting. The Three of Wands is a card of waiting. It's a card of looking out. They're feeling like this ship hasn't sailed. So if this is a reconciliation, they haven't let go of this connection. They're still looking at it. They're still wondering about it. They're still holding on to it. There might be some unnecessary waiting here, or they might feel that there's some unnecessary waiting in this situation, because they would love to be able to move forward. But I just feel like from their point of view, they're thinking that you need to have time to heal, that you need to have time to heal, that you need to have time to build up yourself. But there's from their point of view, there's still this strong chemistry. They're still feeling this strong attraction and pull towards you, without a doubt. Now, in terms of astrological signs here, certainly with the Nine of Pentacles, that is Virgo energy. Page of Swords could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. The Star is Aquarius energy. The Hermit is Virgo energy, and the Three of Wands is Aries energy. So those are just some of the astrological signs here. Let's have a message, actually. Let's have a message before we go on to any other cards. Message from, how does pile number 3's person think of pile number 3? Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So maybe there's, maybe you are in a situation with this person, certainly with all this independent energy, maybe they're just thinking that you are sort of really closed yourself off. That you've really closed yourself off, and that you need, maybe they're thinking that you would benefit from just kind of reaching out and getting support. Maybe they're a little bit concerned that you are just a little bit on your own too much in some way. And maybe they're seeing that they are your friend, that they're hoping that you would reach out to them as a friend for support. Now, you might have different ideas about that, but maybe they're seeing, I could be that person to support you. I could offer you that support. But maybe they're just the overriding energies that they are thinking that you are really closed off with the Hermit here, with the Nine of Pentacles, with the healing, with going inwards, and that maybe they're just wondering if you need any other support, or they're just hoping that you will reach out for support in some way. But anyway, let's see. Oh, I feel like I have to take that card because it's actually, what have we got here? So we've actually got the Wheel of Fortune. Right, okay. The Wheel of Fortune. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my hot water bottle there, because that's quite nice to have a hot water bottle. At the moment, it's a little bit chilly in London. Okay, so how is pile number 3's person thinking? What have we got here? How do we think of pile number 3? So we've got the Three of Cups, and we've got the Lovers. Okay. Right. What else have we got? How is pile number 3's? Oh, okay. And at the bottom, the Knight of Wands. Okay. So I definitely feel for a lot of you that this is an ex that you're asking about, or somebody that you've had a situation with and it just came to an end. And it might, like I said, it might have been something where you've maybe been in separation from them for quite a while, because underneath the Hermit card we've got the Three of Swords here, which does talk about, and that's why we've probably got the Healing card, because it talks about, loss, separation, getting really hurt, really feeling the pain of those swords going through your heart there. So I feel like for some of you this might have been a really painful connection, or a really painful separation, and they can see now that you are healing, you've got over that, you are getting there, you are getting over that in some way, that you've risen from that situation. But I think with the Wheel of Fortune here under the Nine of Pentacles, they are hoping, and it goes with the Lovers card, they are seeing this as a kind of fated connection, a destiny, a connection that is sort of almost a destined connection, because they are wanting their chance. What I'm getting is they are wanting their chance with you again. They're wanting you and them, like this card shows, to be at the top of the wheel again for things. Maybe this was a very sort of in the past, a connection where there was a lot of cycles to it, where it was up and down. With the Wheel of Fortune here, where you were together, then not together, and there was a lot of to and fro in here. With the Lovers card here, that does talk about soulmate twin flames, and often in a kind of twin flame situation there can be a bit of a runner and chaser energy, a bit of a stop-start energy. It can be intense chemistry and attraction when you first meet, but if you're not evolved, or you haven't both healed in your own right, it can be quite a tricky, painful situation. I'm just feeling that it could have been like that with this person. That might be where you have a lot to have to heal. Silence the mind, trust your wisdom. It might be as well that there was a bit of that this person, for some of you, might not have been faithful. They might have played away a little bit. They may have been quite flirty. They may have gone off with somebody else, and that might have caused this situation to come into separation, because we've got the Three of Cups here. Now the Three of Cups can talk about a celebration. It can sometimes talk about a three-way situation, because it comes right next to the Lovers card. So maybe there has been some choices, or maybe there were some choices in this situation before, but certainly, and that caused it to come to an end. But what I sensed is that they want to come back into the situation because they feel this chemistry, and the overriding energy is the Knight of Wands. And there might be in this situation, and that might be why you have trust your wisdom and silence the mind, a little bit of a warning in this for you, pile number 3, because they do see you in this very in this kind of fated, destined way. So you might be in a little bit of a pattern here, or have been in a little bit of a pattern where you've got this intense attraction and chemistry towards each other, and you come together and it's fantastic, and then you kind of pull away, or it kind of falls apart. And I think because we've got the Knight of Wands here, because the Knight of Wands is not necessarily a card of commitment. So what I'm feeling here is that this person, it is a card of chemistry, attraction, feeling a strong sexual tension and energy towards someone, a passion. And what I'm sensing here is that this person still sort of has that kind of energy, and that they want to reignite maybe a certain pattern that you were both in, really, maybe a karmic pattern with the Wheel of Fortune here. But they see it as destiny, they see you're meant to be together, but I don't know if they've necessarily healed or evolved in quite the same way as that I feel you have. So in terms of if it was like a twin flame connection here with the Lovers, like, both people need to go through a healing and, time, need to recognise maybe mistakes that are made, want to move on from them, want to evolve from them. And I feel that the way they see you is that they see that you're doing that you've done that. But I'm not sure that they have done that with the Knight of Wands here, because the Knight of Wands is a bit of a player energy. It's a bit of me energy, and I'm just sensing that is why we have the trust your wisdom, silence the mind, because you have to really trust your intuition about whether this person is kind of, when they come back, and I feel like they do want to come back, is evolved at the same level and in the same way that you have. That's kind of all I'm saying. So there's a little bit of there is an intense chemistry, there is an intense attraction, there is a bit of a karmic thing going on in this. But my feeling is that, and this person, I do feel like with the Knight of Wands, he does want to come back. Certainly does want to come back towards you. But I can't help feeling that you just need to be a little bit wise, and that's why you have the Owl. You need a little bit of wise in this situation, and you need to know that they're really showing you that you can trust them through their behaviour, not just through their kind of words, really. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. Did we have a look at the bottom of the deck on that one? What was the bottom of the deck? Yeah, we had the Three of Wands there, didn't we? So yeah, this waiting, so from this period of waiting and not letting go, they want to move towards you. They definitely want to move towards you, but there's just a bit of, just trust your own intuition in this situation, because my sense is that this person's still, because we don't have a huge amount of cups here. We only have this Three of Cups here, which is again about fun, partying, celebration, having a good time, kind of it goes right next to the Wheel of Fortune, which is again two people sort of carousing on top of the wheel. So my feeling is that they want to get back to that kind of chemistry, that attraction, that that kind of like physical feeling that they get from you, but not necessarily offering commitment, really. That's kind of what I'm feeling. But anyway, let's have one more. I feel like I want to have one more of these. Let's see what this says. One more of these cards to end our reading for pile number 3. How is pile number 3's person thinking? Oh, I feel like that one would come out about pile number 3. Let's see what this one says. Forgive. The act of forgiveness releases tension. So yeah, maybe they want you to forgive them. Maybe they want you to forgive them in this situation. But again, that's kind of up to you about whether you are ready to do that. but they are certainly wanting forgiveness, because I think they want to come back in, or they certainly want to be with you again, to have this fantastic connection that they believe that you and them have. But for them, I just feel it is all about excitement and kind of lust and attraction and chemistry and magnetism, and they feel that draw, they feel that pull. And that is fantastic in a twin flame connection if both of you are at the same, or on the same page in terms of your evolution. But I'm just not, from this reading, I feel like you're more evolved, and that they would not be able to give you the same commitment that you would be hoping for if they came back to you again, and I feel they will try and come back to you again. But anyway, pile number 3, that has been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, then please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Just one more thing I wanted to say with this one, I just got drawn to this one again. You know, if this person does come back, and I think they do, you know, they will do, then just do reach out to other people for support. Do reach out for advice. Don't, you know, if this has caused you a lot of pain and hardship and heartache in the past, and you're not sure what to do, you know, reach out to trusted friends, to people that you trust, to gain advice and wisdom from them. You know, if you feel, you know, safe enough, or you feel like you want to do that. But anyway, that's been your reading, pile number 3. Have a great day. Look after yourself. And, yeah, and huge respect to you, because I feel like you have done a lot of healing, and that you are very much standing in your own power now. So I just want to send out huge respect to you for that. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.